I know there was a commotion inside, because we heard the commotion inside. By that time, people started crowding around Sheridan Square Park. A lot of people started crowding. I remember that night clearly because it was so calm and hot, and Judy Garland had just been buried.
Right.
So, you know, everybody was kind of sad. It wasn't upbeat. You know, it wasn't like a jovial time. It was very, very, like, the feeling was dense, like the calm before the storm. First came out to the paddy wagon was Miss Majors.
Oh.
Remember Miss Majors?
Yes.
Miss Majors, she had the blonde wig and long white dress. She got pushed into the wagon. Then a lesbian was pushed and hit by a car. That's when the first break started. It wasn't a shoe, it was a brick that broke the Stonewall window. This particular window. The brick broke the window, not the shoe. After that, all hell broke loose. Then there was bottles thrown, there was fire thrown, and you know, the cops were asking for backup. More people started coming in. Finally, they got backup, and people started to, you know, the police started, you know, hitting them with nightsticks and whatever. And we started, you know, just marching away from Stonewall, or running away from Stonewall. But the way the village is situated, we went up 7th Avenue, down 10th Street, down Waverly, and back to Christmas. So actually, we were behind the cops that were chasing us. It was like those, what do you call those? It was like, it was comedy. It was the way it was funny, but at the same time, some cars were being put on fire. The riots lasted for 3 days. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And some people were arrested. Okay, there was some uprisings before Stonewall in San Francisco, the Black Cat.
Yeah.
And then in May 11th was the Sippin'. The Sippin' was in Julius Bar, right on 10th Street and Waverly, where journalists, outright J journalists went in there and asked for a drink. Because before, if you gave a drink to a non-homosexual, you would get arrested with that particular person. You weren't allowed to give a drink to a homosexual. So the sipping was at Julius Bar. They had to go into the bar through the back way. And then Randy Rickle was one of the persons who was the journalist and went in there. They have pictures of them in the particular bar. And they said, we're non-homosexuals and we want a drink. And they got served a drink. So that was one of the first things that started like the movement, you know, step by step. Black Cat, the Sippin', and Stonewall. In a college where probably her and I were the only trans people there. You have trans people here. We didn't have a queer club then. We have one now. Forums like this to educate one another, to bring up issues that's happening within the community and outside the community, to speak about what's happening, what's really happening. That's how we can change the future. Like I said, there's power in numbers, and we definitely have allies. I always made it my business. No, I always made it my business to go to the first class early and explain to the teacher.
Why did you have to do that?
Why not? Because he was going to call out Victor Cruz, and I'm going to answer when I look like that.
Oh, right.
So I'd rather let him know and let them know. Which, at the long run, what happened was they made me change my name. I went to legal aid and I said, look, I want my name because it's going to make my life easier.
Right.
They said, yes, okay, everything changed it for free.
You spoke about Professor, I don't know if he's still here, Professor Leiter.
Professor Leiter, as a matter of fact, I used to do his mother's hair.
Okay. Is he still here?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
Retired.
No, Professor,
Oh, he
he
retired.
retired. Yeah, I used to do his mother's hair in Georgetown.
Okay. Oh.
I used to do his mother's hair. He only found out after the play Hal Baltimore that I did costume designing, and she came to the play and saw it. And I had told her, I said, "So, well, my son's directing." I says, "Yeah." And she came, and then she introduced me to him. He says, "I didn't know you knew my mother." But he came a very nice person after that. I wouldn't mess up his mother's hair. She was nice. She was very nice.
But you had him as a professor though, right? You had him in a couple of classes,
I
right?
had a couple of classes with him. I had the stage, no, it wasn't stage design, it was,
I had him in theater arts.
yeah, it was a theater class I had with him acting. I got an A in all my acting classes. I'm acting now. It's strange how, you know, life plays itself. I studied theater, because I thought I was gonna do something in my beautiful age, looking young and then getting pretty. And I wound up being a social worker. And after I retired, then I started making movies and performing.